In part 5, I'm going to talk about revising your essay. And more specifically, as you may have noticed, we've read a chapter on about every single part of the writing process so far. How to come up with an idea, how to draft, all of that, and how to do research. But we haven't read a chapter yet on how to revise and edit. So for our last week in this course, I've given you chapter 19 in the textbook to read to learn about this last stage of the writing process. If you want at this point, you can go ahead, pause this video, read the chapter, and come back, or you can just keep watching through. Now, you'll learn about the revising mindset and ideas when reading, but I do want to point out a few things to look for when you sit down to revise your essay. And those ideas, or those things to look for, are this. Have you clearly identified the literary work and author at the beginning of your paper? You'd be surprised sometimes how often students overlook that simple little fact. So make sure that you've done that in your intro. Is your thesis clear? Does everything in the body of your paper relate to your thesis? That's a key point. Do you use transitions to focus on your ideas and move between them and between the plot of the story when you are mentioning it? Okay. Are your interpretations supported by evidence from the literary work? Do you provide those quotations, either the dialogue, or do you reference any action or development in the story? Have you incorporated your scholarly source to support one of your interpretations? And have you woven the details from the story smoothly into your text? Okay, so that's where those transitions can be helpful again. Do you include page numbers or line numbers? Have you cited everything in your works cited? And then lastly, have you used commas and semicolons correctly? So going back to what we learned on Thursday about those punctuation elements. All right, now a couple other things to help you with revising. I have included a couple videos in your worksheet. The first video is going to help you sound scholarly in your paper, and this will be very helpful for you moving forward when you do your other research papers in your other courses. And then there's also a second video that will explain more how to analyze quotes and use them when discussing literature. So I think you will find both of these videos very helpful for you, and I recommend watching them both before you sit down and revise your essay. All right, so that is all that I have to say at this point. This has been a pleasure for me to teach you in this course, and I've enjoyed seeing how much all of you have grown. And I'm looking forward to reading what you have to say about these stories. And as always, if you have any questions, you know how to get in touch with me with my contact information in the worksheet or on MU Learn, and I will be by my phone all day responding to messages as needed. So thank you for your work and participation in this course.